Sometimes you want to overlay car performance data on your driving videos, and if you want to do that, today I'm trying to make a video about how to do that. Now what you really need is a OBD2 stick, something like this. Now this is a BMW M Performance OBD stick, but you could use any other one. There are other OBD stick that you could buy which may not be related to BMW but a regular car. For example, here is one from OBD Link. So you could use any one of them. In BMW there is a app called M Performance Drive Analyzer. You could use that to log data. Otherwise, HP Tuners puts out a good app called Track Addict. You can use that app to really log the data, and then we see how the overlay is done. So what we need to do is we need to record the video and collect the data at the same time, and then we will come back to the computer and see how do we overlay. There is one important thing that we need to do is that we need to synchronize the data collected with the video, and the best way to do it, find some synchronization point. So what you need to do is start the logger, start the video, and drive your car a little bit of distance and then stop it for a few minutes, because that stop point will give you the synchronization point. If you are doing it on a racetrack, it is just easy. You are going to drive your vehicle or bike to the starting point of the race, and that initial drive will provide you a good way to synchronize the data. So let's do a sample drive and then see how do we collect this data and overlay over our drive. So let's start the race render application. You can download it from their website. If you don't have it, the website is www.racerender.com. They have a free version which you can download. It is fully functional except for the fact that there is a logo on the screen, and the maximum video that you can export is 3 minutes. If you like it, then you can buy the license version, which is not too expensive. It's just about I think $40 for a basic version, which will let you eliminate the limit related to 3 minutes. So we run it. The first screen that we see is what we are seeing on the screen, and basically because we have both the front and the rear views on our camera, so we can take we will take this one, which basically allows us to put 2 videos. Now you don't need to use this particular wizard, you can do it yourself, but I am just going to use the wizard. So there is a front MP4 which has come out of the front camera. Then we put the rear MP4 that came out from the rear camera, and then we look at the data file which has the OBD data from the drive. So this is our data file. With that we can do OK. Now it is showing you a bunch of templates. You can choose one of them. So I'll choose this one. Now it lets you choose bunch of data that will by default be visible. We want speed lows and highs, we want G-force peaks, and rest all things we will leave as it is. So now this is our basic screen. If you play it, I think right now the video is not visible. This is how it is going to look. Now there's a little bit of issue, because if you see, the map and the rear video are overlapping, so we can move the map to this side, left side, and similarly this rear video we can bring it we can move the rear video to the side, bring these 2 things down, and then let's move the rear video here, and then we can align these things here. Now if you look at this template, because I have the licensed version, I can get rid of this particular logo. I don't want this. There is a speed thing, there is a throttle. So I don't want this RPM, I will get rid of it. I want a proper dial. So I remove this, then I can add, I will add this particular tachometer, and I will add something that looks similar to the one on the left, which is probably, I think this one might be good. So we can move it little to the side so that it doesn't interfere with that. Here we have the G-force indicator, we have the throttle thing here. Now we might want to add a few more things. For example, I want to add altitude, because I do get altitude data on my OBD. So on the field we can select altitude, and I think because I have a darker background this might work well. So I align it to the right here. I also probably want a compass which shows us the direction. So let's look at this, and we can bring it here. I think that's kind of enough for now. Now once we have it, the next thing to be done is to synchronize them. Right now we have a data logger that was running at certain time, and then we have the video that is started at certain other time, and this is where that stop is important. So what we are going to do is, first we will play the video to find out that exact time when the video stops. So this is where the video stops first time, and you can check it by moving frame by frame. If I try to go backwards, it doesn't move. Yeah, if we can keep on going a single frame back, and when our car moves we will know that that's the exact point at which it stopped. We can go 2 frames at a time so that we reach that point a little early. Yeah, if you see, the car is moving now. Yeah, now we can go 1 frame by 1 frame ahead. It moved. I think this is kind of the place where it stopped. So this is the first frame where the car stopped. So now we have set up the video where the first time car stopped. Now we will run the synchronization tool. The input file we have select RR2, which is our data logger file. Then we run the data sync wizard, and we are going to choose an event which is first time coming to stop after moving, and then we synchronize. This will basically make sure that the data file and the car are both synchronized. Now if we go back and let's say we rewind it a little bit and then we play it. Let's rewind it a little bit more. So this is the starting point. Our data logger started before the video, and that's why we are seeing this. So now if you see, we are seeing the speed, we are seeing the RPM, we are seeing the G values, throttle, the direction, altitude, everything. And first time when it stops, we should be able to get the speed to 0, and that will tell us that the video and the data logger are synchronized. So this is one tricky bit. Whenever you are starting your drive, always drive, make sure data logger is collecting data, and then stop once to make sure synchronization is easy. Now I think these are synchronized, and now we can just export these videos and we will trim them in Premiere Pro once we put the whole thing together, so we don't have to worry about that. So basically let's just click on the create video. We want to save the current project. Let's call it overlay video, and then we save the project. Now we want to make a 4K video. Even though our videos were so we could do two things. We could make a 1080p video here and upscale it in Premiere Pro, because rest of my videos are going to be 4K, or we can just do it here. Either of them is fine. I think we will just do a 1080p here and scale it in the Premiere Pro. I assume they probably will have slightly better algorithms to do it. And then we click on start rendering and say save. Now it is starting to process the video. It will take some time to really do it.